So in our previous section, we were looking at methods of lists, and we looked at the append method, and we were able to take a list and then append, which means add on an extra item at the end of the list, an extra value at the end of the list. And we could keep doing append, and we'll talk about that at another time because we could put that into a for loop. But we're going to look at other methods of lists. And what we're going to do is actually reconstruct our list. So let's create our list of strings here. We'll just take that and put it down here, just so that when we run this block of code, that our list of names is recreated, and we can print names so that we will actually see our list of names. And then we do names.append, so we will add Darren onto the list of names. So we'll have Alice, Bob, Charlie and Darren, and we will actually print names. And finally, we're going to look at the next method. So we're going to do, and if we just have a look down here, which is names dot, we're going to look at this clear method here, and we see that clear, when we have a look there, it returns nothing back. It returns a none back. So clear, we'll use a clear method, and we should be able to print names, and we should see that names returns back an empty list. And we can also actually verify the size of the list afterwards, but let's just do that. So we should get back from line number 5 our original list of names, then we'll get from line number 9 our appended list of names, and then finally on line number 13 we should get back an empty list because we would have cleared our list of names. So let's just have a little run of that, and that's actually what we do see. So we've got Alice, Bob and Charlie, then we've got Alice, Bob, Charlie and Darren, and then when we do names.clear, we've got an empty list. And just finally, there's one thing to add on, which is we can use this len operator, which returns a number of items in a container. We can do len of names, and that will return us back a 0. So we could say print something like this, and our list has, in fact we'll put it into an f string. If you remember what an f string is, an f string, and we'll close the quotations here, and inside the f string we can use our curly braces just because it's convenient to do this. Our list has, and then elements, and we can run that, and it says there our list has 0 elements, and that's because we cleared the list, so it's a 0 element length list. So that is that. And also, what else could we do with names.clear? I'm just thinking if there's something else that we can do, and that should be it. So that is the clear method. That's how it works, and it returns back an empty list. Oh yeah, one more thing with Boolean. Let's try that. If we just do bool of list, and we kind of like, or not list actually, of names, because we're looking at names, and we kind of like did see this when we're talking about strings. And I guess one of the clues might be if we go to our Jupyter variables here, and if I expand it a little bit and we look at names here, it's an empty list. And remember, there's this concept of falsiness and truthfulness. An empty list is of value 0, so we might expect to get back false because it's empty. And if it had a size in it, because so we're assuming the Python interpreter will look at the size of the list, not the number of and not the actual items in it. And if there is a size that's greater than 0, so any other integer size, it will return a Boolean of true. And if the list is empty, it should return a false. So when we run our little piece of code and scroll down, we actually get a false. So let's just put this into a print statement just so that it's clear. Print something like items in the list, colon, and then we'll either get a true or a false. If the list is empty, we'd get a false, and if the list has got items in it, we'd get a true. So items in the list, false. And that for the most part covers our clear method on lists. So we'll look at other methods in a sec.